Right, hi again everyone, glad you could join us. What I'm going to do today is look at the Rejetting the carburetors. It's been fitted with K&N carburetors and it's running very lean, so I'm going to have a go at that. Now I've got some colour tunes and I've used those before, but I don't know, I don't seem to like them much. What I'd prefer, I've got this little thing, a little gas analyzer, and I'm going to try it with that. Now with that you've got to have a sensor, I'm not sure if it's oxygen sensor or something like that, and it's onto this pipe which I've put onto the exhaust, so I'm going to do one cylinder at a time, which is a problem if you've got a bike where you've got a phone to one pipe or something like that. You can't test individual cylinders that way. Anyway, so that it's going to be powered by a little 12-volt battery. Now when you're working with these, you've got to let them warm up for a few minutes. See there, it's showing a few LEDs are on and they'll go down, they'll go off as it warms up. There's down to 2, down to 1, and it'll probably disappear here, because it's sensing that there's a lot of oxygen in the air, not much carbon dioxide, blanking it out. So what I'm going to do, I'll just turn that off in a minute, is let that warm up while I warm the engine up. Got to have it running at normal temperatures to set it correctly. It's got this long pipe on here, because what you find is that as it's pulsating, the gas is going in and out, it tends to suck air back in and it affects your reading, so you need a longish pipe after your sensor. Now the carburetors were fitted with a 20 pilot jet, and I've put a 22.5 in, mainly because they're the only ones I've got in the garage. The main jets I've put, well, the main jets were 110, I've put a 125 in the left hand one and a 140 in the right hand one, so I can check them both and see which one gives the nearest reading I'm looking for. I thought if I do it that way I'm speeding up the process, because each time you change the jets you've got to take the carburetors off, change them, put them back on again. So if I'm doing 2 different ones at a time, hopefully I'm going to speed up the process by, twice the speed. So I'm going to give it a start, warm it up, and then we'll have a look at what readings we're getting. Now, reading great, tick over. As soon as I start to rev it goes weak. So as you could see there from this tick over, it was fine. It was running spot on. As soon as we start to open the throttle too much though, it started to go really lean. So it looks like the pilot jet could be okay. What I'm going to do now is try a larger main jet, and also while I've got the carbs off I think we'll raise the needle up a little bit as well, and that might help, sort of mid-range. Right, so I've given it another try with the bigger jets in. It seems to be running quite a bit better. If I have a look at the gauge, I've actually just taped it onto here for now, because I had a little try down the street, and you'll see it goes up the green when it's on tick over. When it's running it drops back down, and intermittently it seems to drop down, but on wide open throttle you can see it around about here, which we'll give it a try there. Now that indicates that the main jet is getting nearer, so it might need it just a little bit higher to see if we can get it up there. So let's try starting it up. Now if you could see there, what I was saying, it was around about here in the green, it dropped down mid-throttle, but when you opened it right up, it did start to creep up. It shot up there. Now that's why I took it out on the street to try it, and it was running around about here. So I'll try the next size jets up, which I have. I've got a pair of 160s. I think I'll put them in and just see how it goes. It's better running a bit rich than lean. The only thing is it might have a little bit of a misfire at top end, get a bit fluffy, but I'll stop burning holes in pistons though. Right, I've had a play about with it and it's running much better. You know, I mentioned earlier that we should have a long piece of pipe on the end after the sensor. Well, I was getting false readings, it wasn't long enough, so I've added about a 3-foot pipe on the end of it and it's working fine now. So I've been able to adjust the jets so it's running spot on. It's showing green most of the time. I've tried up and down the street and it's running well, it's revving out, pulling okay. So I'll just get it started up and then I'll show you what the readings look like. So that's running a lot better. You see it's not as intermittent. The LEDs are on a lot longer all the time. And so that was my sensor which I've got and the pipe I had on, and I had to put this big long pipe on the end and it made it a lot more reliable, the readings. So I'll have to remember that for in future when I'm using it. So that's another big thing I was worrying about, getting that mixture right. I'm trying to do a lot of the little jobs before I go and get it painted, because I know once I get it painted, if I start tinkering on a lot, I'll just end up scratching it. Anyhow, I think I'll call that it for tonight, and we'll carry on with it in the morning. There's a few things which need doing. Front wheel spacers, there's a bracket needs making for the regulator, and the bracket on the seat is not quite right, needs adjusting. So I'll see in the morning what I feel like, we'll decide then what we're doing. Right guys, thanks again for watching. So I hope to see you again next time. So in the meantime, stay safe.